So I've never seen Citizen Kane, and yet you think Greatest Showman is the most pressing. just making sure we're on the same page. Real quick before we really get into the weeds on all this, we are going to mainly be covering the
D23 media presentation from Friday. It is epic, you guys. Star Wars, animation, Pixar, all the things, Marvel,
and if you want to hear more about the theme parks, which I would love to rant and rave and share my thoughts about, the Yeti, guys, the Yeti. If that means anything to you, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/twofilthycasualspod. That will be one of your 2 bonus episodes this month, where for $5 you become a filthiest casual, just like our new best friend, Larry Oliver, did. Thank you so much, Larry, for your support. Enjoy the content. And we'll see you all over there, and enjoy us attempting to break down this 3 hours. Yeah. Lock in, people. Welcome home, Chris.
Thanks, Amy.
You were far away.
I was so far away. I was in Anaheim, California.
Is that German?
Probably is. Friend of the show, Kyle Marquis, was like, Anaheim's basically LA. And I was like, absolutely, it's not.
No,
it's not. That's how I know you're still new here, buddy.
No, but
I know you were messing with me, but absolutely not.
But it is North Orange County, which is different than South Orange County. I'll give them that.
That's very true.
I'll give them that. Mm-hmm. But once you pass those Citadel outlets, it's a different game. And I know you're still technically in LA for a bit.
But that is the marker.
You're going to tell me Whittier is the same thing as Glendale?
No. This is the same argument I have, though, with like Canoga Park. I don't think that's the valley.
No. Well, now that we've alienated everybody who doesn't live within 50 square miles of us.
Hi.
You went to D23.
I did.
How'd you like it?
Okay. Unpopular opinion. I don't think it's for me.
Okay.
I loved the media presentation. I loved that I got to go to that. That was so fun, of getting the sneak peeks, seeing the stars, all that stuff. I loved walking around during the day and seeing all of the cosplays.
Ooh.
But I feel like D23 is really great if you are a collector. If you love Disney merchandise, if you are a lounge fly girly or guy or you are going to be so obsessed with D23. If you collect pins, I ran into a buddy of mine who we lived in Texas together. I knew this kid when he was 8 years old. And now he's a dad and has a baby. Wild times. Time is crazy to me. He was talking to me about pin flipping.
The pin people are on a different level.
It's wild. He got into it in COVID, and he was just like, dude, we made like $15,000 last year as a side hustle. It's so bananas to me. And a friend of the show, Nikki Marquis, works in the merchandising side of Disney. And now I understand so much more when she's talked about like, oh, yeah, well, people get pretty crazy about the exclusivity. Oh, yeah, we've had people lined up. I didn't know it was like this.
Well, I know resellers have also become a huge issue in that community of, if it were just diehard fans, that'd be one thing. But now you get lines and lines and lines of people who are trying to make a living off of bulk buying and reselling something with that exclusivity to it,
which is wild.
It is wild.
It's also, listen, I know that I'm a little bit of a brat. I'm aware of this. I don't like a line. And D23 is a lot of lines to walk through to look at the costumes or to look at the kind of displays and things like that. And they're very cool. And I would just kind of stay on the outskirts and look at them from afar and go, that's neat. And maybe if they had given me a second pass and I had gotten to go with you, I would have had a different experience. But being there on my own, I wasn't going to queue up to wait in a line to take a selfie by myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So again, if you are very into that, if you love Disney, I can completely understand this. I didn't get to go to it because, again, a line, and they had us give ourselves like an hour and a half to get from the Anaheim Convention Center to the Honda Center, which at first I thought was crazy. No, that was accurate. It's an 8-mile drive that took me about an hour, trying to get like through parking and road closures and all this stuff. It was pretty bananas. So there was like a Disney archive area where they had Muppets. Like they had a first replica kind of like Bean Bunny, that sort of thing. I would have loved to go see that. But for the most part, I liked the mini CinemaCon aspect of this. And that was my jam.
That has been fascinating, that with all the overlap of companies and media, I kind of forgot because I remember when D23 started and it was like, oh, I would love to go as a theme park fan.
Yeah.
I would love to go as a Disney fan. I would love to find out some of the behind the scenes info, maybe find out what's going on, what's coming up. And now it is major announcements for Marvel are dropping. Major announcements for the Star Wars universe are dropping. Heck, people were like, that we just did Midsummer Scream with this giant Horror Nights specific panel. And then they come out at D23 and they're like, and it was honestly, I was like excited for, as we talk, check that episode out if you're curious about Midsummer Scream and those panels. But one thing at the end of the panel was like, man, that's all really exciting. Would have been really cool because there were rumors of Simpsons Treehouse of Horror being integrated into the Horror Nights event in some way. And I was like, man, guess that's not happening because that's where you would have announced it. And then at D23, someone was like, oh, am I allowed to say this? Yeah, we're doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Like they were very vague about what that meant. They were like, some food now, some experiences later. I was like, what?
Well, they showed us footage from the Simpsons movie.
Right. Which that makes more sense to me. But to just finish Midsummer Scream and then go to D23, baby, they're all too scared. Baby, respectfully, everyone at D23 thinks it's a little too scary when Mufasa falls off that ledge.
Listen,
those people are not going to Halloween Horror Nights, my friend.
The opening of a Goofy movie is a horror film.
I had to leave the room. I did have to leave the room as a child. That is fair.
That still haunts all of us. Which we'll get into it. Pixar's doing their very first ghost story.
I am excited about that.
Very pumped about it.
But it's just wild, again, with all the the Venn diagrams, man. What am I even looking at anymore?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of big media news.
Absolutely. It was a ton of stuff, which I have ridiculous notes that we can just kind of boogie through here too.
Great, let's do it.
Okay.
A lot of sequels.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound negative, but
a lot though. And you know, a thing that they kept kind of bringing up was how important new IP is. It was
we won't do it.
Is it?
But isn't that a great idea for somebody?
Oh, I did want to tell you too. There was a queue for it, so I couldn't get into it. But I do have a creepy little picture to show you. Joe Rohde was doing autographs of his book. And so he was there. And then my friend just threw me in a line with this other Imagineer. Eric, I don't know your last name, oh my gosh. But some gal ran up to me, went, oh my gosh, were you in line for Eric so-and-so? He's this incredible Imagineer. Did he sign stuff for you? Went, oh yeah, just, hopefully I'll get in there tomorrow. I really want to meet him. Yeah. Do you want this signed poster? And she just started crying. I was like, yeah, what? I don't know who he is. You can have it.
How many books do I have to buy to be able to put my pinky in Joe Rohde's earring?
Ooh.
Big earring hole.
3.
Deal.
But I got very excited on your behalf of like, man, if I knew this and had means to like actually time stuff out, I could have done a suite. So sorry I didn't, buddy.
Next year.
Yeah. Okay, so we opened up with so many introductions. It was like a reverse Return of the King, where it was, and now I want to introduce, and now I'm going to introduce, and now Anne Hathaway is going to introduce, and now I'll introduce. It was like 17 people.
One person forgot who they were introducing. 45 people would have been sitting backstage like, what do we do?
It's a very
How do we
complicated
get out
mousetrap.
there?
Yeah, it was wild. But then we eventually get to that Bart Simpson announcement of the Simpsons movie and some very rough footage. It's a really cute bit that I think you'll like and appreciate much more than me because it was I know who some of these denizens are, but there were so many characters and bits happening, and it's all this kind of nonverbal sequence, too, of just a couple does, but mostly just people kind of existing and trying to get around this baseball situation that I think you'll find very
I guess I want another Simpsons movie.
Yeah?
A lot of this is I guess, for me. And I'm not trying to be negative. I don't watch The Simpsons anymore.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing. I like the first Simpsons movie. I remember it being quite good. I remember being very excited when it came out. I'm a massive Simpsons fan, and I hope it's good. All of this is done with I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I'm not trying to shit on new stuff getting made. I absolutely will check out anything that ends up looking appealing, particularly if reviews are good. It's just a lot of, Oh, more. Okay. I don't watch The Simpsons anymore.
Okay.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in years.
Since the Disney acquisition, or was there a season that you just went, I think I'm kind of done?
I mean, I grew up watching it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember. I probably would have been in late middle or early high school.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time. And occasionally I'll check it out. And I've heard some of the more recent seasons have actually gotten a little bit better. But if I'm watching Simpsons, it's really, like so many people, about a 9-year span of episodes that I actually really return to consistently.
That makes sense. I can understand.
But
that.
I hope it's great. I'm a big fan, and I like more Simpsons stuff happening. I'm hugely excited to see how Treehouse of Horror gets integrated into Horror Nights. Like, I do love The Simpsons. I do have a massive amount of affection for the IP. It's just a bit of a like now.
Sure.
Well, that was people's response to Horror Nights too.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this now? Because there's been a ton of debate, and people are trying to figure out if that means they're keeping the Simpsons stuff at Universal Studios, if they're no one knows.
This is their last hurrah.
No
this
one
is
knows.
the fire sale.
Yeah.
During Horror Nights, you actually get to disembowel Lard Boy. You just get to steal all his donuts.
Lard Lad, fake fan.
Oh, clearly. I didn't watch it growing up.
I know you didn't.
It's all wasted on me. But the sequence was cute, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Then we got into Pixar.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but obviously it makes sense. Pixar's been around for 40 years.
Yeah, because that was starting to discuss acquisition in the late 80s?
Yeah.
With,
Because I'm 87, so 85?
Yeah.
86? Jeez Louise.
Wow.
But speaking of all those sequels, we're getting Incredibles 3.
Which I liked Incredibles 2 a lot.
Yeah.
And I liked Toy Story 5 fine. Like, we still need to talk about that at some point. Pixar has a better track record with the another one sequels than a lot of them.
Yeah.
So weird, but I thought Incredibles 2 was fantastic. So
It's a good movie. And I love that first one. I wrote my symposium paper on it in college. Big fan. This time the kids are going to kind of take center stage.
Fun.
And superheroes are legal again, as we learned in that second film. And so they are now trying to be superheroes in their own right, step out of their parents' shadows. Jack's powers are still crazy. And we're getting a bona fide supervillain in this one, too.
But they're not like older, right?
I don't believe so. I think it's still keeping Jack as a
I don't
baby.
have to see like a 12-year-old Jack.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that's what we're getting. The image still showed a bebe.
Well, I know we're getting to it. I know people didn't like something about seeing Miguel as a teenager.
As a
It was
teenager
just
with a
immediately
fade.
like,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it would be probably
he
the
is
haircut if he
older.
was a kid, but
Yeah. Well, in that one, Benjamin Bratt came out to introduce that. He's returning as Ernesto de la Cruz, which should be fun. And he's back for revenge. And he's going to send Miguel back into, the underworld, the world of Coco, that Dia de los Muertos kind of situation. But yeah, seeing him taller and with a fade. Odd.
interesting.
What was really cool, though, is then they went and segued into a video game, which was, again, we're getting a Coco video game now? Okay. The animation looks really cool. Wow, this is really, really seamless. And then little Heartless rose up on the screen and you go, oh shit, it's a Kingdom Hearts game. At least that's what I did. I lost my mind. I was so
Sure,
hyped.
a lot of people did.
Oh, it was great. And we got to see footage from that. So Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out in a few years. That is going to be...
There's only 4 of them? I never played them. I would have guessed there were like 18.
There's a ton of other like tiny games or like here's a prequel or here's this other like almost DLC kind of thing. There's a bunch of stuff. And because it's Square Enix too, I think there's also a lot of remasters like they've
Okay.
done with Final Fantasy.
Gotcha.
Of hey, our tech is better. So here's a updated, prettier version of this, or here's some new footage that you can go play with.
Okay.
But it looks very, very pretty. It looks very cool. And we're getting a Kingdom Hearts series, which is genuinely kind of bananas that we haven't had that yet. I mean, it's a Final Fantasy-esque game with all of Disney's IP. You would think this is kind of a no-brainer of, hey, especially with the rise of anime right now and that kind of like animation style becoming so popular to Western audiences, you would think, hey, yeah, we should do that. So I'm glad they finally are.
Nice.
And then we've got Ghost Market. So this is the Pixar haunted movie.
That's what I'm going to start
ghosty
calling a dead mall. You mean the ghost market?
You want to go hit the Burbank Mall? Oh, the Ghost Market.
with the zombie of a Sears.
I love every weekend when you go to, and it's everyone with their little like tables. We're like, would you like to have these mouse pads or these crocheted frogs? It's the best. It's so weird. But this follows the story of a kid named Kyle, who was a little content creator from Chicago. And Kyle's life is so rough. His mom makes him go on vacation in Hawaii to unplug. And while there, he stumbles across this little kind of mart, this little like noodle house, it looks like, and it's haunted.
Great.
Oh, whoops.
I'm glad Pixar, look, again, Pixar's track record with the sequels, pretty good. And I understand you have a lot of beloved IPs and a lot of stuff that's very toyetic that you want to keep in the consciousness. I'm really glad they're still making some original stuff.
Yeah.
Even if the hit rate isn't 100, I want to keep seeing original stories from that studio.
And the stuff they're doing is so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Turning Red, I freaking
Loved that one.
I loved it so much. Big Hero 6, so much better than the
Not
Source.
Pixar.
Oh, that's Disney proper.
Yeah.
You're right.
Common misconception.
Man.
It feels it's one of the
feels
most
very
Pixar
Pixar-y.
feeling Disney movies, I think.
Oh man. But Seeing Red, that one, like that. But yeah, I hope they do more original stuff. Which, on that same note, another original film that they're doing. This one I feel like a lot of people aren't going to be as excited about because of the creative team. I loved this movie, Luca.
I loved Luca too.
I think it's so fun.
I don't think it was groundbreaking, but I think it was incredibly charming.
It's so charming, and it is my favorite eat-along movie. You do the Trinetta pasta. It's a great time. So fun. Italians were so great. Hey, do you want some carbs in your pasta? Yeah, let's throw some potatoes in here. We're maniacs, and I love it. But this is a film called Gatto, and it has this beautiful paint style that they've experimented with. So everything has brushstrokes in it.
Fun.
And it follows this cat named Nero, who's part of, like, the cat crime syndicate of Venice. So the whole idea is if you're a cat in Venice, you are either under, like, Rocco, who is the mob boss cat, essentially, or you're a house cat. And how weird it is for cats to live in this city that is slowly sinking into the water and surrounded by water.
You know what? That sounds perfectly Pixar weird.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like it. That and Ghost Market, actually, sound like it came from the studio that went, Rat wants to cook.
Yeah.
Rat wants to be chef, and made one of the greatest movies ever made.
Exactly. I love that they do those just kind of, hey, you know, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like every pitch is.
A concept that on paper is a bit of a, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Let's get back to that.
Oh, man. I think a lot of people are going to really fall in love with the pigeons in this movie. They have a whole bunch of pigeons who are trying to, like, unionize, essentially, and it's so charming and great.
Delightful. I'm in.
Then we saw some footage, and this has been released as well. We saw a little teaser trailer for the Bluey movie. And instead of 2D animation, this is going to be CGI, but still in the same style.
I wish they just went hand-drawn.
Yeah. I would have preferred
It
it.
immediately, and I'm not a massive Bluey fan, but I got friends with kids, so you know I've seen it.
I freaking love it.
You know I've seen it. Kids love that shit. Immediately, I was like, this doesn't feel right. And I don't even watch Bluey that much. So I'd imagine if you're a diehard fan, it felt doubly like,
I use so many excuses to watch Bluey because it's so soothing. It makes my brain feel so good and smooth and happy. And when I had to, you know, hang out with my friends' kids, when I was choosing to hang out with my friends' kids and give my friends some well-needed date time, I put on Bluey for them instead of Cocomelon because that show is insane. No shade to any Cocomelon stands, but wow, was that overstimulating. And it's so charming and delightful and has great fart jokes. And now we recommend it to our students for when they're trying to learn Australian dialects.
oh, sure.
Because it's super, super fun for that. But then, like, they had their own Disney Plus special, and I went, there's no reason for me to watch this except for I love it.
Fair.
It's so, so cute.
Fair.
And I don't know if this is still happening, but if the issue was, hey, let's update the animation and we can keep some other stuff, I know the cast of Bluey was really fighting to not have their voices cloned. This was a big issue for a while where studios wanted them to do AI training and duplication so the characters would always sound like these kids. And that's gross and awful. It's awful to do to a performer in general, but to try to exploit a child like that is, that's a special kind of icky.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I just know it was a story that was circulating a while ago.
Interesting.
But yeah, hopefully the Bluey movie's cute. And if you have kids or if you just love Australian settlers.
If you want to learn the power of sharing.
Yeah. Go watch Bluey.
Some of y'all should.
Another one that kind of caught me by surprise, they announced another Ice Age movie.
Sure, fucking sure.
It's been 10 years since the last one. It has also been so long that I auditioned for this movie 4 years ago and completely forgot.
Crazy.
Until I was like, oh yeah, I remember sides from this talking about like saunas in Ice Age. Okay. Dennis Leary and Queen Latifah came out to make this announcement, talking about how they voiced these characters off and on for 20 years. We saw some footage with Scrat, and now he's got like a little bebe, and that's very cute.
Scrappy fucking.
I guess so. Or it just starfished, you know.
I choose to believe.
But then we cut to a ginormous Scrat-like creature. So stuff's happening. I don't know what is.
Hey, if that's your bag, I love that for you. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I like John Leguizamo in those movies.
Sure.
But I like John Leguizamo in anything.
True.
After that, we went on to live action Disney stuff. There's going to be a new Lilo and Stitch live action sequel, which, listen, if that movie wasn't for you, I get it. I understand. But that little girl who plays Lilo,
She's very cute.
she's so cute, and she came out and made that announcement, so you couldn't even be that mad.
Sure.
You're like,
That movie was not for me. But
You know what? Get this little girl more money. Let's get her college fund
Oh,
taken
we
care
will.
of. Yeah.
And we will.
Yeah. And supposedly, I thought it was going to go more in the line of the cartoon, if you ever watched that TV series where it was all of Stitch's cousins.
Oh, yeah.
What I've been seeing now is people saying it's Angel, who is his Stitch's love interest.
Are they?
I didn't know that was a thing.
I know of Angel. That's
didn't-
very funny. That
I didn't think Stitch
had that kind of game.
Yeah, I know he was romancing. But hey, you know,
Sure.
great.
Yeah.
We then had an announcement of, and this is a little embarrassing for me, I've never seen Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh, it's fun.
I feel like that's a movie I would love.
You would like it.
I've
yeah.
just never gotten around to it. They're doing a sequel,
Sure. Of course they are.
which is
That might as well happen.
yeah. So they were really cute. Lisa Kudrow talked about how they're officially Disney princesses.
Fun.
So that's precious. I couldn't tell if it was streaming or theatrical. I think streaming.
Like if purely, maybe they're just like, how's practical magic going to do?
Yeah.
How hungry are the
Let's
people
see.
for this
Let's
nonsense?
see. After that, we had Percy Jackson and the Olympians, season 3 of that show, where we are being promised higher stakes, a darker story, new demigods, new gods coming into play. Ming-Na Wen is going to be Hera.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a Percy Jackson person.
My brother
I'm
read
nodding,
the books.
and I'm like,
Yeah. Hayden was super into the books, and I never read them.
Yeah.
And then just for work, I had watched season 1 and went, oh, this is actually quite good.
I know people love it. I know
Yeah.
people. It just was not my like young adult fantasy
Yeah.
fiction of choice. I was just a little maybe old for it, and I wasn't a huge fantasy reader as a younger person.
I get it. The kid in it, though, Walker Scoble, I shouldn't say kid. He's a young man at this point. I think he's 17 or 18. He's a great actor. If you watch The Adam Project, he was young Ryan Reynolds in that. He's really, really talented. It looks fun. I could not get over, though, Ming-Na Wen she is in every franchise almost. She is in everything. And get your Disney money,
love to
you
see
Disney
it.
legend. I'm so happy for her. Also ageless. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Then there was Camp Rock, which for me is not a big thing.
We're a little. It'd be a little weird if we were
Yeah.
like, I love Camp Rock. Like, how old were you in it?
I-
If you love it, you love it.
Yeah.
but-
I talked about this when I was doing my footage. This guy behind me lost his mind when the Joe Bros came out, and I was so excited for him. He was just screaming where he was like, no!
Someone was like, "Who's your favorite Jonas brother?" And I was like, "Jesus, I don't." Nick? The little
One of
one,
them?
I guess.
One of them?
Who's to say?
Who's married to Priyanka? That guy.
No, not Kevin.
Poor Kevin.
Joe. Joe feels right.
Joe's the one who was married to Sophie Turner.
Okay. Is it Nick?
So then, yeah, Nick.
He's little and has
Nick is the
diabetes.
littlest
That's all
one.
I know.
Oh, I didn't know he had diabetes.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, way to advocate for other people's health today, Nick. Great. That's wonderful. They came out, though, to pass the torch, so to speak. And then there was a performance from the new folks doing 2 of the songs from the series.
Sure. Hey,
If
someone's
you like
going to
it,
love it.
yeah, I
Someone's
love
gonna
that for you.
Fucking love it.
But then we had a performance from The Greatest Showman, the musical. And that is what people lost their minds over.
In the year of our Lord 2026, huh?
Yeah.
Right on.
Which, going into it was, I'm excited about this. And I'll let Logan know that it's a stage show in London because he was like, this movie's good. Why? Why do I love this? And I think that's how most of us felt about Greatest Showman, of a musical about P.T. Barnum, that terrible man. Did you not like it?
I didn't see it.
Oh.
I don't know that I want to.
I
Which I know
wonder
feels
if you
out
would
of
like it.
I know that feels out of character for me, but I'm just not sure. I have the interest.
Let us know if you want a reaction of Amy watching that for the first time. Listen, we can monetize your pain.
I'll do it for content.
Let us know. And if not enough people want it, then we won't do it. Mm-hmm. I'll make you snacks. Any snacks.
I've never seen Citizen Kane, and yet you think Greatest Showman is the most pressing. just making sure we're on the same page.
I'm so unpopular this episode, I feel. Citizen Kane, so overrated. God, when we had to watch it in film school, I was just like, I get it.
I hear that a lot of like that's one that's important, but doesn't, if you're a modern audience member.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's partly one of those like, I don't know, I grew up in a world where this movie existed, so the things it did, I saw the effects of, right?
Exactly.
It's the, what is it, like, Seinfeld isn't funny? Mm-hmm. Of like, it's very easy to think stuff that's groundbreaking isn't effective if you grew up around stuff that was doing what it pioneered.
Exactly. Watching Sex and the City after it had already been on air and everything, going back to it and going, I don't understand why people thought this was revolutionary. Because it was at the time.
Because we weren't seeing stuff like that. This opened a lot of doors for what we could talk about. Yeah.
But I figured in a media presentation, though, like a TV, film, streamer kind of presentation, I did not think people were going to lose it for a musical.
The people yearn. Okay, it's a room full of Disney nerds.
That's very true. But erupted, everyone around me was singing. It was...
Yeah, that's a room full of Disney people.
Yeah. They loved it.
I'm one too.
Nom, 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 nom. They ate it up.
I'm one too.
They did like 3 songs from it. And that's going to premiere in London in spring of 2027. So there's that.
Is that a jukebox musical?
No, original music.
That's right.
Yeah. Which you can see the table read, most of it online. Yeah. After that, we saw a tiny bit of footage from Tangled, the live action version.
I feel like people are very down on in spite of myself, I keep going to the Disney live actions and going, I don't like these. Why do I keep sitting through them?
Yeah.
But I love Tangled.
Listen, there are
But I love Lilo and Stitch, and here we are.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like some of them have gotten some things right.
Yes. I didn't hate the Little Mermaid one, actually.
I thought it was fine, aside from like Scuttlebutt song.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't do it for me. And good for them for trying to give Eric, something.
Yeah.
Other than Girl Pretty.
Open shirt.
Yeah. Good for you for
I thought you were calling him Girl Pretty.
Oh, no. Sure. Just him, his whole thought process.
No, that's a man.
That Girl Pretty. I like her. No talk, fine. But I feel like the Tangled live action has enough going for it that it should be fun potentially.
That's a very charming movie. Not that they aren't all, but.
It's so charming. I like that so much more than Frozen. I think this movie should be so much more popular than the Frozen films.
Hard agree.
Who am I to say?
I think Tangled and I think Princess and the Frog are underrated masterpieces of more recent Disney.
100%.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. But Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel, that's nice.
That's good casting. And
then I can never remember this actor's name, Milo something or other. He looks very Flynn Rider-esque. The gal who they have being Rapunzel looks very Rapunzel-esque.
Yeah.
We saw this lovely little shot of all of her hair and everything that kind of leads to her turning around. They've been shooting on location in Spain, so they showed some of the locations they've been at.
Fun.
Should be hopefully charming.
Cool.
Hopefully they'll get that lightning in the bottle with the live action. Then we had Jon Favreau come out. He's doing his first documentary.
Oh.
It is a 4-part series partnering with Nat Geo.
He booked and busy.
He's very booked and busy.
Isn't he also doing Oswald?
Yes.
I love that little guy.
I'm so mad. I was supposed to get exclusive merch, and they didn't give it to the media section. I'm mad about it. But this... that
was such a first world problem. I didn't get my media exclusive Oswald merch.
I got to go to a presentation for free, and I didn't get more free things.
Links to the GoFundMe in the comments.
My steak, too buttery.
My wife's ass, too fat.
It's very hard to be me. my gosh. But this documentary, first time Jon Favreau's diving into the world of documentaries. It's a 4-part series following a pride of lions.
Wow.
This crew embedded themselves with a pride for 4 years, which is longer than
How was he
anyone's
making
ever done
Oswald
that.
when he was living with the lions?
Well, he wasn't living with them. He's a producer on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on the producing team. But he also then showed some of the footage to, his pal, Hans Zimmer, who went, I'm going to do the score for this.
Yeah.
So it's a documentary with Hans Zimmer scoring all of it. Sounds really beautiful, honestly, and it's completely unscripted, obviously. That starts on August 20th.
Great.
And then he also talked about Oswald, which was so delightful. We got to see some footage from that. That is, every time you see Oswald animation stuff, all the animation in it, because it is mixed with footage of, Disneyland, Walt's office, that kind of thing. But all the animation is traditional 2D, hand-drawn, and they brought back classic animators who used to do that style and no longer get to.
Because am I remembering correctly, Oswald was kind of supposed to be Mickey, and then there was a copyright kerfluffle where they lost the rights, so he drew Mickey as sort of a... He was the backup chick.
Exactly.
He was the rebound.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. He lost the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, went with Mickey, then Steamboat Willie blew up. And so that's who we all know as, the Walt Disney character. And Disney actually didn't get the rights back to Oswald until a couple years ago.
Crazy.
And Favreau's always been fascinated with his story. So that is another thing that's going to be on Disney Plus. That's going to be in February.
Love that guy.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute. He's a little
adorable.
rabbit.
Oh, they did this cute bit where he fell on a piano and stumbled around, and it was the "When You Wish Upon a Star" music, and it's charming as heck.
I love a little charm.
This is what I'm bummed about, though, is we were supposed to get little baseball cards that had AR codes.
Trigger warning: Chris not getting merch.
I didn't get merch, and now I'm sad. But there were little interactive things that you could do with the show and stuff in the cards, and I thought it'd be so cute. I was so excited. And could I have gone out a different exit and tried to get those cards and wait in a line? Yes. But we've established that I'm a brat. A line? Never.
She said, I don't have 15 minutes to be in this line. I have way more convention hall to wander through and go, I shan't be getting in that line either. Do you think... How long do you think that takes to keep passing lines and going, ugh?
I was at the Honda Center. It was 10:30 p.m. We've established many a time on this show that I am no hose Nona. I am a little grandma who was driving home chugging coffee going, oh God, I hope I make it. I'm so pathetic.
You're just going to have to send me next time to be your minder.
I mean, pretty much.
To just go, Chris, it's fine.
I'm very excited to just exploit how bad I am at this. To be like, Amy has to be there. Amy has to be my fun police.
You can wait in a fucking line. You're fine.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to put my pinky in Joe Rohde's earring hole. Come on.
I do want to see that. That'll be nice.
I would never, sir.
Then we went on to Marvel. So, a lot of stuff
There was so much. Jesus, I thought this episode was going to be 15 minutes long.
No, it's so long.
No, there's so much.
It's a lot. It's
Good
a lot.
Lord.
Okay. Marvel. Kevin Feige comes out.
Yeah.
All right. Papa Feige comes out. We see a trailer for Vision Quest.
Okay. That looks good.
Yeah.
I like that I think they referred to it now kind of as a trilogy.
Yeah.
Of the WandaVision, Agatha, now Vision Quest trilogy. I think that's a really interesting move. Mm-hmm. It's a really good use of streaming services to kind of tell what could have been maybe a cinematic story in a slightly different format. I'm pro. See, I don't hate everything.
I know. Well, and you liked WandaVision.
I liked WandaVision a lot.
This gave that same kind of vibe visually of, hey, we're going to play a lot with different kind of styles, tones, using the kind of glitchy interface system to our benefit of just kind of creating different interesting visuals along the way. James Spader showing up as human Ultron.
What is that about?
So when you go into Vision's little mind palace, he sees himself as a person.
Yeah.
And Ultron is essentially his father because he is kind of a product of the Ultron creation in a way.
Okay.
And so...
Ultron be fucking?
I mean, I think it's more of a
Scrat?
starfish.
Ultron?
D23, we learned a lot.
AO3's going wild right now.
But he, even in there, was like, am I Papa? What am I?
Yeah.
And so he kind of just lives in Vision's mind rent-free as he's trying to discover who he is, who is Vision? What makes a human? What is the soul? That kind of thing. So it's going to ask a lot of existential questions. I highly, highly recommend if you like this trailer and you want to read a comic book to kind of maybe prepare, get a kind of a vibe idea, I would go read The Vision, 2015 to 2016 run by Tom King. Now, this is the same guy who wrote Superwoman, Woman of Tomorrow, which I know that movie did not do well. The comic book, though, is one of the greatest comics ever. Tom King, I believe, is a writer on this series. And I think that was one of the missteps with Supergirl, was not having him adapt his own work.
Okay.
It's a really interesting look at Vision, and I think they're going to be pulling a lot from that based on what we saw in that footage. So that one looks really, really promising. I'm very excited about it. They also showed us Marvel games, the Marvel Wolverine game for the PlayStation 5.
Right.
So that looks fun, bloody, brutal. If you are into Wolverine, that's great. It's him and Jean Grey. Hooray, that's September 5th.
Go get you some.
Avengers Endgame is having an encore presentation in September.
Didn't they announce this already?
They did, and there's going to be like a little something there. But they announced it to then have Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Haley Atwell come out to then talk about Doomsday.
Sure.
Showed us some Doomsday footage. Again, this has all been released as well, which shows us a little bit more and lets us know that Victor is, inherently tied to Sue Storm and Reed Richards.
What's kind of interesting. I will
Yeah.
say the footage they dropped made me, I think, the most enthusiastic I felt about Doomsday.
It moved the needle a little for me. The visuals are still, I understand it's a trailer, but it still had a kind of hokiness to it that I went, I don't know about this. And this makes me bummed that you just released so much of your visual team.
I feel like, and I'm curious, they might pull it off perfectly. As we've talked, there's always a bit of a thing where it feels like this movie is so Doom-centric, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry to this man. I don't know this man yet. This isn't a character. You're asking, I have all these heroes I've seen and thought we were done with in many cases.
Yeah.
But it's like, these are my friends. I know these people. And then they're like, Victor Von Doom. And I'm like, but it feels like, feels like you're asking me to care about something you haven't quite laid the groundwork for yet. And I understand. It's a long fucking movie. They can totally get me there. I don't like that phrasing. But you know what I mean? I love a good. I reserve seats on either side for just a little bit of privacy. Well, it's go.
I think that Marvel is making a little bit of a mistake of assuming Victor Von Doom is part of the cultural zeitgeist enough that people will know who he is.
Or that just because it's Robert Downey Jr. will be engaged with it. When I feel like every person I ask or talk to about it, I run polls in bars. But no, every person I've discussed this with is like, right. Why is it Robert Downey Jr.? Remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. I think, we'll see. We'll see. But there were elements of this trailer, just kind of the overall emotional thrust. There was everybody in the Fantastic Four universe is doing a nice job. It'll be good to have them back. There was stuff in it where I went, I may love this.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. Obviously, we can't know until a movie comes out how we're going to feel about it. But this did make me go, I'm not excited to go see this.
Yeah. I'm seated. I know that already. Yeah. But, I hope it's good. And I got to talk to Derek and his daughter Layla from the Might Delete Later podcast. And I am totally on board with them with this little kind of Easter egg that they think is going to happen. This is what they think the post-credit scene is now going to be. We've seen that footage of, Steve Rogers holding his baby. And he's in front of some curtains. We've also seen a little shot of Loki, and it looks like he's in front of some similar curtains.
Right.
And they were talking, and I was like, yeah, those are the same curtains, right? So they think, too, oh, yeah, that's absolutely the scene we're going to see, is they think it's going to be him coming to talk to Steve and Peggy and kind of kick things off, which I think would be very interesting. I like that as a button.
Sure.
I think that could be cool. Next, now I'm going to do this in a kind of shitty way. Because
I'm ready.
We're going to talk X-Men.
Yep.
And when I did this other video, someone, and it's just one person in the comments, and I still was like, this is an insane thing to say, went, wow, way to ruin Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm reporting on an announcement Disney made about a film that came out 3-4 weeks ago.
At least 2.
If you are watching D23 Marvel announcements, you would know this already, I feel.
Someone also tried to call us out for spoiling Aunt May's death.
Oh, yeah. That
like
one was
in
ridiculous.
a movie that came out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
There is a window, my friends. There is a window where you must proceed with caution on the internet.
Oh, man. Could you imagine if I had said what Rosebud is? Wow. Everyone would lose their minds.
I haven't seen it yet, Chris. God, now I know it's like a thing. Fuck.
So, we're going to get into who the X-Men are. It's the worst kept secret on the internet anyway. Sadie Sink came out to make the announcement because she's Jean Grey. We all were so shocked. Anywho, okay. So she comes out to announce all of these other X-Men castings. And we had, of course, Kit Connor come out. We've already talked about some of these. Kit Connor as Cyclops, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. But then we also had Chris Abbott as Professor Charles Xavier, which is kind of odd. He's a 40-year-old actor.
Yeah.
And that's a young Xavier then. He's usually more like Papa Xavier.
But it seems like they're kind of trending everybody younger. So I don't dislike that.
No, I think it works.
And I think when you're dealing with characters where the previous iteration of them feels so incredibly iconic and is so burned into people's minds, it's not a bad way to just move away from comparisons.
Sure.
We're doing different X-Men. They are in different age ranges. There's no way you're confusing these performances.
Yeah, I think it makes sense, especially for the longevity of this. And what I love, too, is so many of these people who are in this cast, too, are seasoned stage actors.
So that's such a 39-year-old take of like, he's so young.
He's so young.
He's such a baby.
He's such a baby.
How could they even?
And we're going to keep that up because Squirrel Girl. She doesn't have to be Squirrel Woman if you cast a 40-year-old. Look at my skin. It's okay. It's okay.
Just a child.
I haven't gotten Botox yet. I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Just a lass. Look at that. She can move. Full range of motion.
Yeah. Yes, there's no iPhone face here, guys. But we have all these theater actors, and I love that we are having wonderfully classically trained actors be in this. Your girl for Rogue.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Feels like they had to have pulled that together because she blew up in the last, 6 months?
Yeah.
Not even?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, someone got the shaft on that. Did it? Someone was like about to get the call and they went, oop, oop. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Okay, and also, I wanted to run this by you. I had double-checked her name. I had watched interviews. Indy Navarrete.
Yeah.
Again, another person was like, who are you trying to say? And I was like, that's how you say her name.
That's how I've always heard it.
Okay. But there's been a weird thing, too, where, gosh, I don't understand why there's been backlash about her casting, too. And again, I always think this is just a loud minority, where it's just somebody has to have a bad hot take and people run away with it. A bunch of people have said that she's not right for the part and these other actresses who should have been it, whatever. There also was this idea that she should have been Mystique. And listen, Mystique is a great character, and I definitely think, of course, you need to have actors who have acting chops, but part of the appeal of Mystique is that she gets to be other people. So if you cast an actress who is already in talks for one of the performances of the year, people are already talking about how she should get an Academy Award nomination for Obsession, I feel like you allow her to be a character who is in her skin constantly, who has such a struggle with not being able to physically touch other people, who harms anyone she comes into contact with. Rogue is an incredibly interesting character who then also has to have this love and zest for life and this flirtatious nature to her.
It's also an interesting, I know she's done other stuff. I know she has a decent TV resume and all that stuff.
Superman and Lois, she was great.
I don't automatically see the vision from what I know of this character. But I also have only really been familiar with her work in one thing, where she's very in a box of this performance.
Yeah.
Like, I trust that I trust that she's a good enough actress, and I trust that they are clearly putting care and thought into these casting decisions. Yeah. And as much as Marvel does cast big names, I would hope they wouldn't just go, well, she's the it girl right now.
Yeah.
They have enough roles they could have shoved her in if she truly wasn't right for this. And maybe I can't speak to it. I don't know yet. But I'm optimistic. I think she's a really good actress. Yeah. I think it's a fun decision. I want to know who got swooped, but
yeah.
Because someone must have. There's no way there weren't other people in talks.
Well, the actress who was in Priscilla, and then I believe Elliot
yes,
Romulus.
that's the Kaylee Spaney.
Yes. Yeah, and Knives Out, which she's great in.
I do like her a lot.
I think she would have been wonderful as well. But there's so many mutants.
Yeah.
There's so many
Someone
mutants.
was like, she'll be in a superhero movie if she wants to. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Kaylee Spaney.
Yeah. She's great.
Yeah.
The big surprise for most folks was Maya Boyd for Storm. A lot of people were talking about, is her name Jamie Lawson, the actress from Sinners?
Oh, okay.
A lot of folks were really clamoring for her to be Storm. But Maya Boyd falls into this younger group.
Yeah.
So if it had been Lawson, that would have been making her contemporary of Emma Frost, which has been done. Storm's age kind of oscillates in the stories a lot of times. And so this is putting her in that gifted youngster category. What I love about Maya Boyd, and this is what I've really wanted Marvel to do for years, is give me unknowns.
Yeah.
Give me unknowns. And I say unknown, she's been on Broadway multiple times.
But it's fun when things like this can be a chance to be a star-making performance.
Y'all didn't know who Hugh Jackman was. He also wasn't even the first pick to be Wolverine.
No.
It was Dougray Scott. The world would have been very different. All right? So I love when we get song and dance people in here. I love when we have people who have these great theatrical backgrounds. And speaking of, Adam Driver is your big name here. And he's going to be Mr. Sinister.
You got it.
I was so
You called
happy.
it.
When he kind of did that fake out and first said Magneto, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, he could be. And then when he was like, no, Nathaniel Essex, I was like, I'm so excited. It's going to be fun and messed up and great.
Yeah. Very strong actor.
Star Wars was next. I
Yeah.
know, but oh gosh, it's a marathon.
We got to break this up. We need less monopolies in the industry because my butt's getting tired. These panels are getting crazy.
Oh man, as that Warner Brothers and Paramount merger creeps in further.
No.
But so Star Wars, basically, we've had 50 years of Star Wars.
Wow.
We're gonna have the original films untouched. We're not having the CGI versions.
Oh, good.
Put back in theaters, which is gonna be really cool because I've never seen those on the big screen without the addition of like CGI Jabba and like people singing and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's going to be cool. We're getting a second season of Ahsoka. I wasn't super into it. Did you watch it?
I didn't. I know some people dig it.
A lot of people are into it. And what I really love is it's a vehicle for Hayden Christensen. And it's so nice. I say this all the time, but it's so nice how people have embraced him and just give him so much love. Because, gosh, he had a rough go after those prequels. And it is not his fault. I will say this till I'm blue in the face. Actors on that film, like Ewan McGregor, would talk about how George Lucas would just be like, I don't know, just go. Like he wouldn't direct people.
Yeah.
So it's his bad writing that made a lot of their dialogue so cringy and memeable. He's a great actor. So I'm excited that he's doing more stuff. Hopefully this season's great, especially because we're getting this instead of some other things. Dave Filoni really loves this character, Ahsoka. It's one of his creations, so I get it. He runs Star Wars, and he can do that. But hopefully it's worthy of this incredible cast that they have assigned to it.
Sure.
Then we got to see footage from Starfighter.
Okay.
I'm excited about this one. So this is a new Star Wars film with Ryan Gosling. It's directed by Sean Levy. It is about this kind of pilot, and he is trying to help get this kid to some people. That we're going to be really vague about this. But we got to see like the character's kind of like logo and everything, his kind of insignia, and it's the Rebel Alliance symbol turned upside down, and then two kind of rifles underneath it, so it forms like this Star Wars skull and crossbones.
Space pirate?
Yeah,
Hell
that's what it
yeah.
seems like. Love a scallywag.
Let
Very
me
here for
know.
it. So that all looked very, very cool. And then we closed out the evening with going back to animation. So we saw footage very briefly.
How long was this panel?
3 hours. 3 hours
They
almost.
said, oh, she don't like a line?
She don't like a line. She like to sit. That double gin and tonic, that $30 gin and tonic I had was gone so quickly. Mistakes were made. But
Get a triple next time.
basically, shout out to Erin at the Honda Center. You're great. You're wonderful. But so we saw a little bit of footage from Zootopia 3, which Jennifer Goodwin and Kiki Kwan were our hosts for the evening too.
Oh, nice.
So it made sense that we were going to have more Zootopia.
Sure.
Those movies just print money anyway.
You know what? That is when I walked out of the second one, and my thought was really, this isn't my personal all-time favorite, but you could do another one of these every couple of years, and I'll check in to see what we're doing with this world.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's unique. So far, so good.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fox is kind of...
Man, people are real horny for Judy and
Oh, where
Nick.
the cosplay's going wild. Nice.
Get it, guys. I'm not here to yuck your yum.
Keep that out, you beautiful little freaks.
You sweet little furries. Go at it.
Love it for you.
We then had, in Zootopia 3, we're going to bring in birds.
Right, that was alluded to
Yeah, where
at
that,
the end
that
of the
feather.
second one. Yeah.
So we saw a little bit more of that.
Fun.
So that'll be fun. And then we have a new original Disney animated film called Clay. This is another one that feels very Pixar-esque in its pitch, where it is kind of playing off of how Disney has this long history of having mentor-mentee relationships. And this little character, Flip, voiced by Kieran Culkin, who looks kind of like a Fraggle. It has to mentor this ball of clay that's sentient named Mushi. And I guess help mold it into what it's going to become.
Hell yeah, Disney. Do some weird shit.
It looks so weird. That's going to be November 2028.
great.
Then this November, we are getting a film called Hexed. Mm-hmm. This is another original Disney one. I will say this looks very, very much like Owl House, if you have seen that on Disney, which is interesting because Disney kind of unceremoniously canceled that show. But
We say...
and if you believe that there was something nefarious there, go watch, I believe it's called Knights of Guinevere that you can watch on YouTube. That is from the creators of Owl House. And there is a lot of shade thrown at Disney on that. So do with that what you will. But anyway, Hexed is a film about a teen named Billy who discovers that she has these kind of witchy powers. She's taken into this world called Hex, and she has to deal with these witches and magic and just being a fish out of water. She befriends a little three-eyed cat thing whose name is Beef, and he's voiced by Walton Goggins.
That all scans.
Yep. Billy is voiced by Haley Steinfeld. Both of them were there, and then they
Will
introduced...
she sing? Is it a musical?
I don't know if
Because Haley Steinfeld can
she's got
sing.
a great voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should. They should have her do a song in there.
It should be just a full Disney princess movie for the Etsy witches.
I would love it. Yes.
Answer
it,
my
Disney.
calls, Disney.
Do it. But both of them introduced the film's villain, Queen Celeste, who is Queen of the Witches. And that's going to be voiced by Jodie Foster.
Wow.
This is her first animated role, I think, ever.
That's kind of a crazy get.
Yeah. When she was talking about how her very first jobs were with Disney, so this is this very kind of full circle thing of course, the first time I would do something like this, it'd be with Disney again.
Sure.
But wild. And I usually, you know, I'm every now and then just like, did we need this person to do this voiceover? I don't think we did. Jodie Foster, though, I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool. And then we closed the night out with Frozen 3.
Sure.
Getting a third one. Anna is married.
Oh.
The footage we saw just takes place right after the wedding, basically.
Whoa.
And so she's still in her wedding dress. Yeah.
Whoa, Disney.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness. And something hinky's going on. They got to go solve it.
Classic Frozen.
Yeah. But she and Adina sang. Josh Gad sang. It was cute. It was really fun.
The little girls love those. And
They
I
do.
love that there's a movie about sisterhood and
Yeah.
they're not for me. And
This
that's
is their practical magic.
totally fine.
Yeah. And that was the media presentation.
Lord
Oh
almighty.
my gosh. I got through it in a third of the time of the actual presentation. So hopefully you all had
Girl,
a
I
G&T.
thought we were going to be 20 minutes.
Oh man. That was me trying to talk so
I
fast
know.
too. Wow.
Thank you for the rundown.
Ooh. Anything on there you're super pumped about? Sorry, that was so much of me talking at you.
Some original Pixar. I'm excited. Again, I'm excited because it did feel like a lot of sequels. So everything in there, like Hexed, the clay thing, anything that is feeling like, oh, that's a really original idea, even though, especially the ones where you're going, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
I love it. I love a risk. I love something where you're going, I'm not sure what that's going to be like, but these companies have obviously made incredible stuff before. So great. Most excited. A G&T, I think. You've won me over on the concept.
Oh, man.
Well, all right. No more lines for you. You did good.
Thanks.
You were very brave.
Thanks.
And we shan't ask you to do it again for another year.
Good.
So everybody say thank you, Chris. We got it.
You're welcome.
We heard it. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this hell of a breakdown. Again, if you want some theme park stuff, we will have that over on the Patreon for you this month at patreon.com/twofilthycasualspod. We will get that up by the end of the month for you as well. And make sure you're following us on social media. We're on Instagram and TikTok at Two Filthy Casuals Pod. Please like, subscribe, rate, review. We really do appreciate it. Pass it along to a friend. And thank you for everybody who's been supporting the podcast. We're feeling the love.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything.
It is.
Until next time, I'm Amy Newman.
I'm Chris Carr.
And if you followed this fandom, you'd be in a 3-hour line by now.
Bye.
Is that a gin and tonic?
God, I wish.